Oh yes, it's fantastic.
Okay, go in now. Thank you.
Fantastic welcome that you get from me. We'll save the happy Christmases until the end of the meeting. So that's good. So thanks very much. So the first item on the agenda, 121, is to receive any apologies for absence and declarations of interest.
We have apologies from Laura and also apologies from County Councillor Ian Bates, who would also like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's good. Thank you. Yeah, noted.
Would you like to accept those apologies?
Oh yes, I propose that we accept those apologies. Are we all happy that we accept those apologies? Have a seconder, please. Oh yeah, Rob seconding. All in favour? Yes. Yeah. Anne might not know what we voted for, but it's fine. Yeah, she's just saying hello. Yes. That's good. Okay. Second item there is declarations of interest. Does anyone have any declaration of interest? Shaking of heads. No, that's good. Okay, thank you very much. Now, members of the public I can now close the meeting to have an open session. Does the member of the public wish to say anything, Andy?
No, thank you.
No. Okay, thank you very much. So item 122 is to approve the minutes. There's quite a few here. Minutes of various parish council meetings. Probably best if we do it one at a time, so we don't get too confused. Well, I don't get too confused. The first meeting that we've got the minutes for is the 2nd of November, which was a full parish council meeting. Are you all happy with that one that you saw? Okay, can I propose that I sign those? I need a seconder for that, please. Oh, I think Peter was slightly first. I was you. So all in favour of those? We were all here, so you can all vote. Thank you much. That's good. And then we have the minutes of the staffing committee meeting held on Monday, the 18th of November. Now that will just be Rob, Anne, and myself, won't it? Because we haven't got Sharon. So if the three of us are happy, I'll propose that we sign them. I think Anne's saying yes. Are you happy, Rob, to sign them? Yeah. You got that, Nick? Colour?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, good. Then we go on to minutes of various planning meetings. The first one we had was on the 3rd of November, when we were looking at the extension in Tithe Close. Yes. So are you? I have general noddings. Yeah. Okay. I propose that I sign those. Then can I have a seconder, please? Here is seconding. All in from the planning committee. Peter, were you there?
Yes, I was. Yes.
You were, so the five of us. That's good. Thank you much. And then finally, we move on to the latest planning meeting on the 24th of November, when we were looking at the three houses at Ashley. Now, that's quite a recent one. Are we all happy? General noddings?
Yeah.
I have one comment on those minutes.
Yes.
Is that I just thought they might be enhanced, if that's the right word, by actually listing the 4 reasons that the parish council felt originally that the application should be recommended to be declined on. Because, you know, if somebody looks at it, it says declined on the basis of what we submitted before, it'd be quite nice, because they're only short, aren't they? And I just wondered if they could be added to the minutes if people wanted.
Nicola, are they printed yet?
They're not printed.
So that's, I mean, are you happy for us to vote on that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the proposal from Peter, that the minutes are signed. Or okay, as long as the suggestion is that we add those four comments for the reasons why we rejected it last time. Are we all in favour of that? I mean, I can't see any harm in doing that. It might make it a complete document. Are we happy? Okay. So I propose we sign it with that additional, with those 3 paragraphs. That's the proposal, or 3 parts.
4 reasons.
4 reasons.
Yes.
So I propose on that basis that we sign them. Can I have a seconder for that one, please? Okay, Peter, thank you much. Are we all in favour on the planning committee? Rob, and fine. That's the 5 of us. Thank you much. That's good. Okay, so moving on to matters arising from the last meeting, clerk's report. Over to you, Nicola. Thank you.
Okay, so the minutes are now being signed again. We paused the actual signing of the minutes during lockdown, and they're now being signed again, and the old minute book is now full. The signs have been installed at the Ford by the County Council. The precept request form has been submitted to Huntingdonshire District Council, who have also requested the annual SIL report. So this is the Community Infrastructure Levy. The report on that has been completed, submitted, and also published on our website as well as the HDC website. The Christmas lights at the pavilion were purchased. the risk assessment completed, and the Christmas lights have been installed at the Cricket Pavilion by the volunteers. Early feedback is very positive on the lights. A letter was sent out to the neighbours of the bus stop on Potton Road, and an advert has been placed for a cupboard. A couple of offers have been received, but unfortunately they were for bedside tables and a Welsh dresser, which unfortunately were not suitable, but those parishioners that have made the offer have been thanked for them. The clerk has emailed the Rotary Club of St Ives to confirm that they are welcome to come to Hilton, and they will be coming later this month, weather permitting. And I've also shared a Facebook post, and we'll share another one nearer the time. I've written to the maintenance contractor to confirm that the maintenance contract has been extended for a further year. And he has also installed the lavender plants in the garden, the village garden on Potton Road. The adverts were placed advising that the bonfire service has been postponed. They were put out on the notice board website and Facebook. The spare parts for the bird's nest swing have been received and installed today. And CAPALC are continuing to run the councillor training courses via Zoom, and I will continue to send the details of those courses to councillors. If you could let me know the dates you could attend, I would appreciate it. And that's me done.
Right, okay, thank you very much. Right, item 124 is to receive and discuss the financial reports. Now, we didn't look at them last month, but we did give them a thorough grilling on the previous month, October, because that's when we were looking at the budget. Does anybody wish to go through them, or shall I just suggest that we just read it as received, and then we make sure that we look at them in February? Okay, general noddings. I propose then that we just receive them on this meeting. Can I have a seconder for that, please? Seconder? Ian seconding. All in, sorry, just almost, are we all in favour of? Anne, are you with us to not look at them?
I'm just wondering, why are we delaying looking at them?
Time, really. We looked at them, well, with time, we looked at them a month ago, 2 months ago. So that's the reason. So, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Right. So that's that. So
can I just have a show of hands again so I can see who's voting? Fab, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right. Financial reports. The next item is to review the scheme of delegation. You remember that this was signed about 6 or 7 months ago. At first I thought it was just for COVID, but it actually is for everything, isn't it? It just gives the clerk powers to do various bits and pieces. And at the time we suggested it would be in 6 months. So it's really a question of to review that and see whether we want to continue with it or whatever. So over to the floor, really. That's item 125. I just look at it. Scheme of delegation. There's a separate item in the Dropbox. Sorry, Peter.
I was just had a read, had a look. All seems fine, and I just thought if it goes on to the list of policies to be reviewed on an annual basis, that would solve it, wouldn't it? I thought.
I would have thought so. Yeah. I mean, it's presumably based on a standard now pattern, isn't it? And it seems quite fine. Seems to be working well. So good. Okay, then that's the proposal. Then that we take it through and just put it with our normal policies, with it having an annual review around May time. That's my proposal. Can I have a seconder for that, please? Heather seconding. Thank you much. All in favour of that action? Brilliant. Thank you much. That's good. To review this, that's a delegation. Thank you much. Now we come on to the staffing matters. Not wishing to throw Rob in here, but are you happy to take over on this one, Rob? Because as the chair of that committee, are you happy to take on that one?
Yes. Great question. Do we want to go to a closed?
Good point. Yes. Yeah. Well, if you don't mind, because of the nature of the business, we'll close the meeting to general public. Do I
need to do that by vote, please?
Oh yes. Okay. So that's the proposal. We do close the meeting while we just discuss this item. This will be just.
Graham, should we ask? Did you want to ask Nicola to leave as well for this section, or did you want to keep her in for some of it?
I would like to keep her in for all of it because of the expertise that she has, and after all, we are discussing the contract, not the clerk. So unless it gets sticky, I propose that we keep her in. That's but we exclude the parishioners. That's my proposal. Have a seconder for that, please. Kieran seconding. All in favour?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Andy, we'll catch up with you shortly.
Okay, I'll pause the recording.